Hi, this is Brian Botens, and welcome to another edition of N-Trip Student Talk. Our guest today is Harley Tong, and we'll be talking to him about his new book, Diary of a Raving Lunatic. So Harley, I'd like to ask you, what made you decide to write a book?
My early career when I found out about electronic music and the passion that it installed in me to get more involved in a career DJing.
So how did you become an event promoter?
The fact I couldn't get booked as a DJ. That's what really started it. I didn't have any intentions of trying to throw a party until I found out I couldn't find any work as a DJ. And I just researched out how to, put one of these events together. One thing led to another, and it turned out that throwing parties was a little bit more my forte than DJing.
So what was the biggest event you've ever done?
That depends on what you define big as, but I've done events that are 3 days long, got invited into other countries to host events. I've also rented out major civic centers and put together parties with tons of people and hype and national, or if not, international recognition. So the biggest event is hard for me to actually say which one it was, but there was a few of them that definitely rank in big size.
Well, that sounds like a pretty big accomplishment, Harley. So how has throwing events made your life better?
Throwing events, I don't think ever made my life better, but it did have its highlights. There's a lot to be said for being the guy in charge and getting to hobnob with the people that you hold in reverence in your industry. Meeting some of the biggest names, on the world stages today, back when they were first starting, is a huge sentimental aspect to being successful in this trade.
So in your career, who are some of the biggest names you've met?
Personally, for me, I would have to say DJ Frankie Bones, and for everybody else to recognize the name, I would have to say DJ Tiesto. But there's so many names that I've come into contact with that have made an influence and an impact with me as a DJ and hopefully someday producer.
So what do you miss the most about promoting events?
The hustle. I mean, getting new people interested into something you have a full passion into is so rewarding, and you don't actually realize it until the end of the event when you're absolutely dead tired and you watch everybody leave your party with a smile.
So I understand you just went to Las Vegas to edit your book for submission with a publisher. How did that go?
Well, I got a deal, so it went well. Vegas is a fun town, and I'm glad I didn't go there just to do the Las Vegas vacation. I've got some family out there, so it was a very rewarding trip and extremely peaceful in the editing process to get the deal. So I was pretty happy with it and can't wait to go back.
So when can we expect to see your book hitting the bookstores?
Hopefully this Christmas. Dealing with the publisher is a new forte for me, and being my first book, I didn't know what to expect, and we came up with the fact that we're going to write this whole entire thing as one book instead of 3, which I originally planned. So I'm still in the writing process and looking to get my first submission for the entire thing by July. I don't know what comes after that, but hopefully it comes soon because Christmas sales would be wonderful.
All right, and then I got one more question for you. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, hopefully I'll be more involved in the music industry than I am currently. I've got a couple of plans to restart my DJ career, which I have let lax for the last few in way of other professions, and hopefully be writing another book.
All right, Harley. Well, thank you, and I appreciate your time.
Have a wonderful evening, Brian. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for listening to NTRIP Student Talk. This program is produced by students in the digital media program at Niagara County Community College.